I'm very charmed by the hard drive, soft drive discussion, which seems exactly right, and speaks to something which we talked about before, which is different between how the mind works and how people commonly think the mind works, which is the way just about everybody in the field, psychologists, philosophers, neuroscientists, think, is that the mind is a function of the brain. The mind and the brain are one and the same. This physical chunk gives rise to thoughts and beliefs and desires. But this is not how most people think about the mind. Most people intuitively, at a gut level, think the mind is separate from the brain. It has a separate existence. We can do our thinking without using the brain. This is at the foundation of many religious beliefs. You might believe that when you die, your brain is destroyed, but you, the person, rises to heaven. You might believe you could leave your body in a dream. And this is so what we are naturally is, I think, dualists. We naturally believe that ourselves are not our physical brain. And this mistaken belief in dualism, I think, because I would agree with the scientific view that it's mistaken, leads to all sorts of confusions, particularly when it comes to brain damage or mental illness. And I think the thing to keep in mind is that anything that changes the mind has to be reflected in a change in the brain.
A physical change in the brain.
Exactly. And this is something which I think everybody, even professionals, when we're not being scientists, find very hard to accept. At a gut, I don't feel like I'm my brain. I feel like a person who's occupying this body. I don't feel like a lump of
your meatloaf again.
Yes.
Well, I've been finding these brain scan experiments really interesting as they find things in my brain like my amygdala being 3 times larger. And
this is fear, right? Your
this
fear
is fear.
center.
My fear center is 3 times bigger than normal. And the movie showed me before I went on a low dose of antidepressants. I've been on a low dose of antidepressants for 30 years, and that low dose stopped this constant panic attacks and anxiety. And I used to try to psychoanalyze myself. Well, that didn't work, but the little pills did work. and then then just last year I found out why. And when I got this little graph back on how I compared against 3 controls, it's been interesting looking at these scans and seeing how that matches up with, my experiences.